Amnesty International has urged the Nigerian government to fully exonerate the Ogoni Nine, marking 30 years since their execution in 1995. The activists, including prominent writer and campaigner Ken Saro-Wiwa, were killed by the military regime of General Sani Abacha after leading protests against environmental degradation in the Niger Delta caused by oil exploration. While the government granted them a posthumous pardon in June 2025, human rights groups say this falls short of justice. The Ogoni Nine's activism brought global attention to the devastating environmental and social impact of oil operations in their communities. Amnesty International says their execution was a deliberate attempt to silence their protests and protect oil companies, particularly Shell, from scrutiny. The organization has called for full exoneration to restore the dignity of the activists and bring closure to their families. Relatives of the victims, including Esther Kiobel, widow of Dr. Bernadette Kiobel, have spent decades seeking justice. Esther Kiobel said her only wish is for her husband's name to be cleared, stressing the importance of reputation over wealth. Amnesty International highlights that their struggle continues with families and affected communities still pursuing accountability from oil companies in international courts. The legacy of the Ogoni Nine remains evident in the Niger Delta, where oil spills, gas flaring, and pollution have caused long-term damage to farmland, water, and public health. Communities like Ogale and Bile continue to fight for cleanup and compensation from Shell, which they say has neglected environmental and social responsibilities for decades. Amnesty International has called on the company to engage in meaningful consultations and propose full remediation plans. The call for exoneration coincides with the opening of the UN Climate Conference COP30 in Brazil. Amnesty International says the anniversary of the Ogoni Nine is a reminder of the human cost of fossil fuel exploitation and the need for a rapid, just transition to sustainable energy. Their upcoming report, Extraction Extinction, will highlight these issues and dedicate a case study to the Ogoni Nine, whose fight for justice and environmental protection continues to resonate globally. The Federal High Court in Abuja has convicted David Udensik, also known as Dr. Jacob Bello, for his involvement in an international oil fraud worth over $1 million. This was contained in a statement by the Nigeria Police Force on Tuesday. The force public relations officer, Benjamin Hundeyin, said a United States-based energy company filed a petition accusing the suspect of defrauding it under the guise of facilitated crude oil transactions in Nigeria. The PRO further said that investigations by operatives of the National Cybercrime Center revealed that Udensik ran a criminal network between 2018 and 2023. The suspect was also said to have forged documents allegedly issued by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and other regulatory agencies to deceive the victim company. The statement further reads forensic analysis confirmed that the documents, seals, and authentication materials used in the transactions were fake, while funds traced from the deal were allegedly diverted into accounts linked to the suspect and his accomplices. Hundeyin also stated that the court, delivering its judgment, found Udensik guilty of forgery, obtaining by false pretense, and money laundering.